From Estadio Olímpico Felix Sanchez in Santo Domingo, it's the Concacaf Women's Under-20 Championship, and this is the final. It's the United States against Mexico. Josh Eastern, happy to be with you here on this Sunday afternoon. A beautiful day in the Dominican Republic. Once again, 81 degrees, very humid again, 71%, and some breeze as well at 11 miles per hour. But we are here in the final. It all comes down to today. Both of these teams qualified for the Under-20 Women's World Cup later this summer based on their semifinal wins, with the USA beating the host, the Dominican Republic, while Mexico beat Haiti in a thrilling game and went all the way to penalty kicks. So today, it's the United States and Mexico. They want to go home with some hardware, and the winner will do just that. So the final here from Santo Domingo coming up shortly here at Estadio Olímpico Felix Sanchez.
Damas y caballeros, les pedimos ponerse de pie para el himno nacional de Estados Unidos, seguido por el himno nacional de México.
Welcome back to Santo Domingo, Estadio Olímpico Felix Sanchez. It's the 2020 Concacaf Women's Under-20 Championship Final between the United States and Mexico. These two Concacaf powers going at it. Let's take a look at the starting 11, and we will start with the United States for Coach Laura Harvey. 4 changes for the United States today. Julia Dole in goal. Emily Mason also slots in on the back line along with Kennelly Wesley, while Alexa Sponstra will also come in the midfield for the U.S. So 4 changes there, but many of the big names still in the lineup for the Americans. A look at Mexico. Took them a while to dispatch Haiti the other night, but they eventually did it in penalty kicks, while the United States, a little bit more of a straightforward 6-0 win over the Dominican Republic. They've yet to concede in this competition. They have been absolutely dominant. A look at our referees in the middle today. Sandra Benitez from El Salvador. Crystal Sobers will be the 4th official. She took charge of Mexico's match against Haiti in the semifinals. The 2 captains, Naomi Germa for the U.S., Nicole Perez for Mexico. And we'll take a look at the starting 11 for Mexico and Coach Monica Vergara. 2 changes from their semifinal lineup. It's Simpo Alteca along with Annette Vasquez slotting in to the starting 11. Tana Sanchez is on the bench today as the center back duo for Mexico will take a little bit of a change. Nicole Perez, of course, the captain. So just getting set, a beautiful day today in Santo Domingo. As we take a look at the available substitutes for either of these sides. All the players have played for both sides in this competition. Samantha Meza, though, she will be out along with Nayeli Diaz, both suffering injuries in the semifinals. In goal today will be Julia Dole. She'll be making her 9th appearance and 3rd in this competition. And we are just about set to get this final underway. These 2 teams, no stranger to meeting each other in big matches. They're just about set to renew this rivalry. It's the 4th time that Mexico and the United States will meet in a CONCACAF Women's Under-20 final. 2004, 2010, 2018, and 2020. But Mexico has never beaten the United States. They've only done it in penalty kicks. They are 0-8-2. Just waiting on Sandra Benitez. Looks like a little bit of rain coming down as well. There's the whistle underway. It's Mexico in all black going left to right across your screens. The United States in their white kits going right to left. Well, so far in this competition, the United States have been, in one word, dominant. They have yet to concede. They've scored nearly 40 goals in this competition. And they have not looked like they will slow down. Mexico, they come in. We knew it was going to be a tough match against Haiti, and it absolutely was. Just a dominating performance. Actually, it really wasn't a dominating performance for either side, but it was Mexico in penalty kicks, and were able to get the win as the cross deflects into the arms of Julia Dole. But the goal for Mexico in that match, it was almost a misplay at the back by the Haitian goalkeeper, but Montoya credited with the goal, of course, bouncing over the goalkeeper for Haiti's head and into the back of the net. That made it 1-1. It canceled out a spectacular free kick from Melchi Dumornay. And that has set the stage for this match here today. And the United States take home another title. It would be their record 6th title. They already have the record at 5. And they've won 4 of the last 5 finals as well. So that sets the stage for what should be an exciting match here today. And of course, always nice to celebrate it on International Women's Day here in 2020. Mexico, a team that really likes to take some time on the ball and build up play. The United States, a similar tactic. Well, it looks like some pressure being shown early on from this Mexican side. Of course, these two teams met in 2018 in the final as well. It was a 1-1 draw, and then it was Mexico winning 4-2 in penalty kicks to take home the title in Cuba, Trinidad and Tobago. Here's a look at Laura Harvey trying to get the United States back in first place here in Concacaf. She's already qualified this side for the Under-20 World Cup later on this summer. Obviously, that's the ultimate goal in this competition, but you'd also like to go home with a trophy at the end of it. Probably means just a little bit more going up against your bitter rival in Mexico. Shea Holmes to throw it back in for the U.S. It'll be another throw-in for the Americans. There's Rodman coming off a 2-goal performance in the semifinal. One in each half, and the one in the second half from Rodman was really special. There's a look at Monica Vergara, this Mexican side qualifying for their 9th Women's World Cup for the Under-20s, but trying to find that first win ever against the United States in this competition. I mentioned 0-8-2. Counterattack shut down there by Emily Mason. Back in at right back. Ball played forward, looking for Mia Fischel. And taken here by Wendy Toledo, back in goal. Brianna Pinto, Naomi Germa, and Mari Carmen Reyes were part of the final, or at least part of the team's last go-around in 2018. It was Brianna Pinto who actually missed the first penalty kick in the shootout. So this season, or this go-around, she scored 9 goals so far in this competition, looking for a little bit of revenge this time around. Perez right through the middle. Able to distribute it wide. Mexican crowd making some noise. Holmes clears it away, only as far as Flores. Her shot coming on, and it's the opening goal! Mexico strike first! Completely against the run of play. Mexico gets the early goal. Sylvania Flores. And what a way to start this final. So technical, top bin. You can't ask for much more than that. And nothing Julia Dole could do. So game on here in the final. Mexico able to strike first, and that is the first goal the United States has conceded in this competition, and it comes here in the final. For Rodman, the United States looking to answer back. Fischel's there. It hits off the top of the crossbar and out of play. End-to-end action to start this one. Mia Fischel with 11 goals in this competition. She needs at least a hat trick to get a share of the Golden Boot with Melchi Dumornay. Another look at this build-up. Rodman has been so dangerous in this tournament. She had 4 assists in the first match against Cuba, and she has 6 total throughout this tournament. How about that start from Mexico? Sylvania Flores, the only player for either side that plays outside of North America, or pardon me, one of 2 players that plays outside of North America with Talia Della Peruta. But Flores plays for Arsenal FC in their academy in London. And that was such a quality finish there for Flores. And you wondered about maybe the tired legs of Mexico less than 48 hours after playing that semifinal game that went all the way to penalty kicks, 120 minutes. But they look like they are ready to go here today. It's the final, and how could you not be ready? Official. Nice swanger, slipping it in for Pinto a little bit too far. And Wendy Toledo will scoop it up. Well, how would the United States respond? It's, of course, the first goal they've conceded, which means they have not trailed in this competition. And they've also gotten off to incredibly fast starts throughout these matches. With the clean sheet in the semifinal, the United States broke a record in this competition with their 6th straight clean sheet. Of course, it will not be 7, which would have extended the record. As there are more games being played in this year's tournament than there has in past years because of the format change. Holmes coming all the way up from her left back position, providing some pressure. Able to win it back. Pinto playing it wide for Trinity Rodman. To the end line, cuts it back. Beautiful move by Rodman. Now for the finish towards the back post. It wasn't quite there. You can't ask for much more in terms of pace to open up this final. Back and forth we go. This knocked out of play by Jocelyn Montoya, the goal scorer in the semifinal for Mexico. Rios collides with Spanstra. The ball sent forward into the box and all the way through, out for a goal kick. So 10 minutes gone, and Mexico with that 1-0 advantage. The goal coming in the 6th minute from Sylvania Flores. Mexico content to take some time on the ball. This is how they like to play. Once again, this will trickle out for another goal kick. Well, the least amount of goals the United States has scored in this competition is 4. They've done it twice against Canada and the Dominican Republic. So you feel like the goals are there, but this Mexico back line has been tough to crack. Ball coming all the way through Rodman, and there's the equalizer as the United States finally crack the code. Trinity Rodman at the back post, and it's 1-1. Well, it didn't take long for the United States to respond, just about 5 minutes. Good ball sent in from that right flank. Sponstra with the assist. Her 6th now of the competition. And a pretty easy finish there for Trinity Rodman. Able to slot it past Wendy Toledo, but Mexico right back on the attack. So fall for Gonzalez. Playing it off for Flores again, and she's closed down. Rios will send one towards goal and out for an American goal kick. And for Trinity Rodman, goal number 7. This one played down the line. Or Harvey asking for a jersey tug. There on Zempo Alteca. But out for a Mexico throw-in. As the rain continues to fall here in Santo Domingo. Just adding to the elements here today. Zempo Alteca comes over. Looked like mutual jersey tugging. Rodman called for the foul. And this one put straight out of play by Mexico. Now a U.S. throw-in, so is Mexico getting that early goal as the rain now really starting to come down here in Santo Domingo. Mexico getting that early goal, the United States answering back. We're back even and now at 1. Shea Holmes. Playing it to that right flank. Sponstra trying to keep possession. She does a good job of it. Shea Holmes again, she couldn't quite keep it in play. We'll see how much this rain becomes a factor today. And now a foul against Rodman, sending it back to Mexico. So through the first quarter of an hour, you couldn't ask for much more. A really fiery start from both sides. End-to-end action. Now here's Montoya for Mexico. Able to knock it wide from Mari Carmen Reyes. So fall all the way to the back post. And the shot by Vasquez sent out of play. Mari Carmen Reyes, the UCLA product, teammates with Mia Fischel. Sure, it's fun for them to play against each other in this competition. And Fischel might be able to keep this in play, but to no avail. Here's Germa. Definitely some elements to battle today with the weather. You see the fans trying to scatter and find some cover. Going up to the covered areas here at Estadio Olímpico Felix Sanchez in Santo Domingo. Now here comes the United States. Toledo off her line and able to take that away from Caitlin Duong, a Portland, Oregon native who plays for the University of Minnesota. Reina Reyes now. It's Mexico trying to play out from the back. Finding Mari Carmen Reyes. And fouled by Neiswanger. Flores trying to switch the field, looking for Vasquez. Well, will be the United States and Mexico, along with the hosts Costa Rica and Panama, representing Concacaf at the Under-20 Women's World Cup later on this summer. Both got there because of their semi-final wins. Of course, it was a different format because Costa Rica and Panama were hosting it. Long ball played over the top. And Mason there to take it. Now Neiswanger. And being in the final, no stranger for this United States side. They've been in every Concacaf Under-20 women's final. They've won it 5 times, looking for their 6th here today. Trying to avenge their loss from last season in penalty kicks to this Mexican side. The match after 120 minutes in 2018 finished at 1-1. It was Tierna Davidson and Diana Cazares who scored the goals. It's just the United States not able to get over the line in penalty kicks. Some pressure being shown here by the U.S. Soto has to just knock it away as far as Mason. Now it's Neiswanger for Pinto. Sponstra, cross coming in, looking for Mia Fischel. Zimpal Teka was there to knock it away. Each time a girl joins football, the world takes a strike towards equality. If you empower a girl, you empower a community to fight for their dreams. Concacaf W, we belong. The final of this 2020 Concacaf Women's Under-20 Championship. A rainy day in Santo Domingo. 2 early goals for either side. The U.S. look dangerous once again. It's been the United States who has really controlled things since Mexico took the 1-0 advantage. And it's Wendy Toledo readying to put this back in play for Mexico. Headed forward by Wesley. Sent right back. Two center backs today, Wesley and Germa, both playing for Stanford when they're back in college. Getting all the way to the College Cup and winning it this year with the Stanford Cardinal. Taking down the North Carolina Tar Heels. Shea Holmes racing in. Fischel trying to play it wide for Rodman if she can keep it in. She can, but she loses possession before a throw-in is conceded. Now a goal kick upcoming for Mexico. It's been a long tournament for both of these sides. About a half hour longer for Mexico than it has been for the United States. The U.S. has not played a close game in this competition, just based on scoreline at least. They've thoroughly dominated all of their opponents. It's a foul on Zempoalteca. Well, Mexico, of course, had to battle past Haiti, but aside from that, their first match against Puerto Rico gave them a little bit of trouble, just a 2-1 win in that match. Aside from that, they've beaten every other team by 3. By at least 3, including 12-1 over Grenada. So now it's a free kick for the United States. As Sandra Benitez gets everybody in order. Duong has stood over a lot of these free kicks, and she does here again. Flipping this in towards the back post area, headed back into the middle. That was a dangerous header on a failed clearance. Niswanger will look to keep it in. Her cross was touched there by Fischel. And Rios will knock this away. That will trickle out for a United States throw-in. United States asking for a foul, but Sandra Benitez will only give them a throw-in. This one cut out by Germa. Now Pinto. Ahead for Fischel. Played back here for Pinto. Good move on the ball to keep possession. Switch of play now for Rodman. She likes to cut back on that right foot. And a good tackle coming in from Reina Reyes. And it's knocked away. The U.S. trying to keep the pressure on. Giveaway from the U.S. Trying to knock it forward. Gonzalez, who hasn't had too many touches in this match for Mexico. This game has really been dominated in wide positions. Montoya. Back heel for Reyes. Her cross. Looking for Gonzalez. It was Gonzalez, who I think was in an offside position. Couldn't play it on the pass from Vasquez. And now it's deflected out for United States throw-in. Pinto, a little bit of room to run. Getting it wide for Rodman. Reyes there in defense. Still Rodman, Toledo off her line. And it's out for a corner kick. I believe that was Reina Reyes coming in at the last moment to knock that away. And Trinity Rodman, if you can read her lips, saying that's a penalty. We'll take another look at it. And clattered into by Toledo. And Reina Reyes was there to clean it up and just knock it away. And now it's a corner kick for the U.S. Duong. First a whistle. And now Duong will send this in. The in-swinger towards goal. Headed away by Gonzalez at that near post. Holmes will usher this out of play. A throw-in now. Pinto trying to nod that on. Fischel. The U.S. will keep this in with Holmes. Now for Rodman. It's a throw-in. The U.S. keeping the pressure on Mexico. There haven't been too many opportunities since that opening goal for El Tri. Perez trying to get it out. Well, Vasquez, and Mason was there to cover it. Well, things have definitely slowed down since the opening few minutes, and it was a pretty wild opening quarter of an hour. You wonder if tired legs will start to play a part for Mexico as we get into this second half. Of course, playing 120 minutes, only 2 changes into the lineup for Mexico after their semifinal on Friday. And they were the late game, so even just a few less hours for Mexico to recover. Rios for Vasquez, and now it's Gonzalez trying to go over the top of Wesley. Dole will have to clear this away. Mari Carmen Reyes, a bit of a heavy touch, and Germa puts this out of play. Foul will go against Mexico. Well, many of the players for the United States play in college. 15 of them to be exact. 3 play for youth teams. So that leaves 2 more players. De La Peruta, who's on the bench today, playing for FC Cologne in Germany in their academy. And the only pro on the team, Sophia Smith. This ball played forward for Mia Fischel. She couldn't quite bring it down. A good ball over the top, looking for Fischel. Then on the other side for Mexico, a handful of players playing in America at various universities. Reina Reyes playing at Alabama. Another few playing for academies in Mexico as well. As this ball lofted over the top, it was Fischel who couldn't quite bring it down. Good pass there from Shea Holmes. The Pac-12 conference very well represented. A couple of players from UCLA, a couple from Stanford, Washington State also. Trinity Rodman is committed there. And it's the United States who have won a free kick. Brianna Pinto getting taken down. Ball sent in by Duong towards the back post. Germa. Her header took her out of play, and that's where the ball ended up as well. Seems like that's been the U.S.'s strategy on these set pieces. He's sending it all the way to the back post and looking for that header to put it back into the mixer. Pinto got ahead to it, and right back at Toledo. It looks like the rain has stopped, at least for the moment. We'll see if it picks back up at all for the rest of the afternoon. Rios still carrying it forward for Mexico. Germa coming over. Still Rios. Germa able to keep this one in play. Avoid conceding a corner kick, instead of throw-in. With 10 minutes to go until halftime. Can either team get the advantage before the 15-minute break? Ball coming through is misplayed. This one will trickle out. It's going to be a corner kick. It was Montoya who was alert to it. The U.S. very lucky. Mexico didn't make him pay. Looked like it was Germa who missed it initially, and Wesley had taken a step towards Germa. And it was deflected out for a corner kick. The first of the match for Mexico. It will be Annette Vasquez who stands over this. On the in-swinger towards goal. Looked like Wesley was up to head it away. Perez trying to keep it alive for Mexico, and instead it's out for a goal kick. Now as the sun looks like it's starting to peek through the clouds. Rodman able to cancel out the opening goal from Flores. 6 minutes apart. Some pressure being shown by Mexico, not making it easy for the U.S. Foul whistled against Mexico. The U.S. gets going quickly. Duong with her left foot off the post. A great look at that shot. And just couldn't quite direct it in. It's the best chance for the U.S. probably since their goal. The U.S. able to keep possession after it. Here's Germa. Taken away here by Mexico. They might be able to get out on the break. Immediately won back. Forward for Fischel. Perez was there to take it away. Carmen Reyes ahead for Gonzalez on the turn. Trying to play it down the line. Looking for Vasquez. Sandra Benitez will blow her whistle. Another look at this shot. It was just curling away. Wendy Toledo lucky to see that bang off that right post. Caitlin Duong, who has one goal in this competition, is trying to make it a second goal for the U.S. here in the final today. Deflected out of play, a throw-in now coming. Trying to switch the field. It's intercepted by Mason. Pinto in the middle. And a foul against Fischel with 5 minutes to go until halftime. Rodman and Flores, the goal scorers. United States not letting Mexico come right down the middle. Instead, they'll come to this right side with Reina Reyes. Vasquez will keep this in. Double teamed in towards the corner. Shea Holmes cut off by Reyes. Reyes trying to cut back, almost lost her footing. Perez will look to keep it in. Battling with Mia Fischel. Flores, a little bit behind Montoya. Both teams struggling to keep possession here for the moment. Now have to throw in for the United States. Is that a mariachi band? My goodness, Mexico has really shown out for this competition. We've had some good crowds here in the past couple of days. Of course, the host Dominican Republic, a good crowd on hand for their semifinal against the U.S. and in the second semifinal between Haiti and Mexico. And it was probably the biggest crowd of the competition. Haiti bringing just a ton of fans. Of course, they could not see their team advance, as Mexico did instead. For me, official. Perez. And Holmes deflects it out. The United States throwing upcoming. Looking for that flick, it falls for Pinto. Big deflection. Nicole Soto getting in the way. Mexico just trying to hold on here before halftime. Headed forward by Pinto. Cleared away. Duong couldn't quite keep it for the U.S. Sent back for Julia Dole. Some pressure being shown by Allison Gonzalez. This one put out of play. 30 seconds to go until halftime here from Santo Domingo. We're hearing there will not be any stoppage time. Let's see if they decide to change that here in the next 20 seconds. Official got taken down. Play continues. This shot goes just wide. It looked like Sandra Benitez decided to play the advantage as Official went down. And Duong once again on her left foot, nearly making it 2-1. But there is the final whistle of this first 45 minutes. An exciting 45 minutes it was. Trinity Rodman canceling out Sylvania Flores' opener. So with 45 minutes down, 45 to go in this final, it's the United States 1 and it's Mexico 1. Highlights from this first 45 minutes. It was a rainy and blustery start to this match here in the 2020 Concacaf Women's Under-20 Championship final. Of course, the United States and Mexico, the two Concacaf powers going at it. They did qualify for the Under-20 Women's World Cup based on their semifinal wins over the Dominican Republic and Haiti, respectively. Of course, going through all the pre-match excitement and the build-up, but right away it was Mexico on the front foot. Silvania Flores bringing it back to her left foot, upper 90, the opening goal coming for Mexico in the 6th minute. But then the United States would answer a few minutes later. They'd have some opportunities. Fischel just skimming it off the top of the crossbar. That would be almost immediately after that goal. And then it would be played wide for Sponstra, who would send it over for Trinity Rodman, who was able to slot it home and find the equalizer about 6 minutes later. And that was the equalizing goal for the United States. Mexico would have a few more chances. This shot from Montoya deflecting out of play after a misplay by Naomi German. There's not many of those. And then Caitlin Duong hitting the post. That was nearly the goal to get the United States the lead coming into halftime. Could not quite steer it inside that far post. And then Brianna Pinto, her shot blocked. Nicole Soto stepping in the way. The United States has maybe had a little bit more of the attacking opportunities in this second, and maybe the second half of that first half. As we take a look at the stats, the U.S. with a little bit more possession, but aside from that, it's pretty even across the board. So 45 more minutes to come from Santo Domingo, or will we need more in this Concacaf Women's Under-20 Championship final? It's the United States 1, and it's Mexico 1, and the trophy is still up for grabs. Back here in Santo Domingo, Estadio Olímpico Felix Sanchez. The second half of this final between the United States and Mexico. We're still level at 1 after a very exciting first 45 minutes. We'll see what this second 45 minutes bring, and maybe more if we need it. It's Trinity Rodman in the 12th minute, canceling out the opening goal from Sylvania Flores in the 6th minute. Both very well taken goals. But who has that knockout punch to take home the trophy? Of course, both the teams have already qualified for the Under-20 Women's World Cup later on this year in Costa Rica and Panama. But both these sides, of course, want to go home with the ultimate goal, and that is the trophy. There's the whistle underway here in the second 45 minutes. The teams will switch ends, of course. Now it's the United States quick into the attack. On the turn, the shot, and it's wide. Oh, that was not even 15 seconds into this second half. And so close there for the Americans. Another look at it here. Trinity Rodman on the turn. Just couldn't direct the shot on frame. So the U.S., of course, in their all-white kits. Mexico in all black. There's the U.S. pretty much picking up right where they left off to end that first half. Looks like most of the fans have returned from the covered seating. It is now a nice afternoon, albeit a little bit breezy potentially. Mason the long throw-in, looking for Fischel. She scored in every game so far for the United States. 11 goals in this competition for the United States is number 9. And might she have something else to say before this match concludes? Here's Fischel. Looking for Rodman, and it's taken away. Gonzalez. Now Mari Carmen Reyes trying to turn the corner. The cross goes straight out of play. So Laura Harvey, you wonder what is up her sleeve for this second half based on substitutions. Trying to find the right formula to get the United States back in front. There were 4 changes for the U.S. coming into this match off of Friday's semifinal. Now here's Gonzalez again. Made wide for Montoya, the cross coming in again. And this will hop into the hands of Julia Dole. It was Dole, Mason, Wesley, and Sponstra who entered the starting 11 for the U.S. here today. Sophia Smith, Claudia Dickey, Macy Bell, and Talia Della Peruta going to the bench for this one. And Samantha Meza along with Nayeli Diaz, both unavailable for either side today. Both picking up injuries in the last match. We'll see if Sophia Smith comes off the bench. She did exit the semifinal after about 25 minutes due to a minor knock that she picked up. Unsure how serious that is, and if we will see her today. Switch of play. Here's Montoya. Mason trying to track it down, but Perez winning it back for Mexico and then immediately conceding possession. Here's Fischel. Early cross sent through for Sponstra. Pinto making the run. Duong going for goal. It bounces right in front. Fischel's there to clean it up. The United States take the lead. And a brutal mistake from Wendy Toledo. Mia Fischel, right place, right time. Caitlin Duong trying to test Toledo. And Fischel was there on the doorstep, just waiting to knock it in. There's a little bit of a tricky shot there from Duong. Kind of at a weird height to make that catch for Toledo. And Mia Fischel able to clean it up. It's 2-1 to the United States. So they have now come back after going down 1-0. And does Mexico have a response? So after conceding that first goal in the tournament for the United States, they've answered back quite nicely. It was 6 minutes later in which they got their first goal, and then about 40 minutes later, they were able to take the lead. And now, can Mexico get that next goal? It would be so crucial that they do so. Montoya, the cross, and she is fouled. A free kick upcoming for Mexico. Can they try to answer back immediately? Nice swanger, getting a quick talking to from Sandra Benitez. Pretty easy call there for the referee. Julia Dole getting everybody situated. Sandra Benitez doing the same. Nicole Perez stands over it. Laura Harvey trying to get a good look at this. The US look to defend this set piece. Can Mexico find the equalizer? Perez will play it towards the top of the box. Rolled in and then cleared away. Mexico trying to be a little bit too fancy there. It did not work in their favor. Fischel. Now it's played wide. Montoya. It's out for a Mexico throw-in. Been a decent response here from Mexico since conceding. Monica Vergara might have to go to her bench if this scoreline stays. She takes a look at her watch. Just about 40 minutes to go. Rios. Now in for Soto. Gonzalez will look to keep this in. Germa got her head to it. It's out for another throw-in. Mexico really pinning in the United States here, making them doing a lot of defending. But can they get that good opportunity in front of goal? Now it's knocked out by Soto, and the United States can breathe a little bit. Long throwing. Missed hit by Fischel, but it falls for Duong. Pinto able to find some space. Here comes the United States. Oh, nice swinger. Tried to slip it in for Fischel, but it was cut off. Mexico setting it forward again. Sherma there. Such a force in central defense for the United States. Naomi Sherma in her second Concacaf Women's Under-20 Championship final. And here comes the first sub of the match. And it will be an attack-minded substitution. Gabriela Juarez will replace Annette Vasquez here in the 55th minute. So Vasquez has run her race in this competition. And it's Juarez who comes on. She scored 3 times for Mexico. Here's Pinto. And back for Wendy Toledo. Just trying to hope her teammates can help bail her out after a really costly mistake that led to Mia Fischel's first goal and gave the United States the lead. Good distribution here. Gonzalez for goal. It's saved by Julia Dole. Flores nods it forward ever so slightly for Montoya. He then gives it away as Shea Holmes possesses for the U.S. Here's Germa. Now Mason. Sent forward looking for Pinto. Fischel's there as well. A brace for Fischel. A 3-1 advantage for the U.S. And might that put them over the line to get that trophy today. Mia Fischel. 2 goals here in the second half. Mason sent the ball in, a little bit too tall for Zempo Alteca, and Toledo could not keep it out. A good ball sent in, Mia Fischel. Just a perfect finish there. Might this be a little bit too much of a hill for Mexico to climb now? Here comes Mexico trying to answer back. They do win a throw-in. Mia Fischel scoring her 12th and 13th goals here in this match. And now she's just 1 away from going level with Melchi Dumornay of Haiti as she tries to bring home at least a co-Golden Boot. Maybe she wants to do it all herself. Ball sent in. Dole, a brave punch. Sent in by Soto. Headed away, and Shea Holmes. Reina Reyes. Oh, nice move there by Montoya. Able to find some space. Trying to roll into the path of Juarez. Flores was there. That last-ditch defending there by Jenna Neiswanger. Rios sends this towards goal. Juarez trying to find the flick. Cleared away by Kennedy Wesley. Sent in again. Juarez. And Mason has to head it away. Another throw-in upcoming for Mexico. Can they pull one back? And it's Mexico still looking for that first ever win over the United States in this competition. They come in 0-8-2. They did beat the United States in penalty kicks, but of course, that considered a draw. Now official. Let's put out a play. Throw in from Rios. Duong able to just get a touch on that. Now it might spring the United States. Mia Fischel, great move to keep it in play. Still Fischel going. Simpo Alteca there in defense. The cross deflects for Wendy Toledo. Long distribution. This will roll all the way back for Julia Dole. Might there be a little bit of a pipeline starting in terms of goalkeepers from Penn State? Of course, the women's national team's starting goalkeeper, Alyssa Nair, went there, and Julia Dole in goal today, also a Penn State Nittany Lion. Here's Mari Carmen Reyes, looking for Juarez. Germa just able to step in front, and Pinto clears it away. Less than a half hour to go, and it's really a big hill to climb now for Mexico. Two pretty costly mistakes in this second half. Let's put Mexico now in a 2-goal deficit. Trying to go through the middle for Pinto. Reyes and Neiswanger come together. It's Neiswanger comes away with it. Ahead for Fischel. And a giveaway by Mason. Mari Carmen Reyes. As her pass deflected. Sponstra trying to turn the corner. Cut off by Reyes. And the offside flag was up. Perez. Thrown one by the U.S. Can they see this game out? They've only conceded once in this competition, the U.S. It's been in this match here today. Going down was Montoya, and Laura Harvey cannot believe it. Perez stands over a free kick. This opportunity so crucial for Mexico to take advantage of. High line being played by the U.S. Ball swung in. Didn't get by the first player. Another ball in, right at Julia Dole. Now Germa. The United States has beaten Mexico in the 2010, the 2014 finals. They met 3 times total, this being the 4th. As we now get another sub coming on for Mexico. They're really going for it now. Will be the goal scorer, Silvania Flores, to come off. And it'll be Destiny Manzo who will enter. Another look at this beautiful goal by Silvania Flores. That got Mexico going, but they haven't had anything since. And a big hug from Monica Vergara. Foul right in the middle. This will go against Rodman. There's Gonzalez hitting the surface. Another free kick for Mexico. Can they take advantage of one here in the final 20 or so minutes? I think it's just me official standing there 10 yards away. Perez sends it in. Nobody there for Mexico. This one put straight out of play by Kennedy Wesley. The United States, they're trying to extend their record of Concacaf titles here at the under-20 level. They have 5. Of course, today would be number 6. All the way to the end line and out for a goal kick. In 2018, it was Naomi Germa, Brianna Pinto, and Sophia Smith who played significant minutes, but just could not get over the line against Mexico. Pinto and Germa, of course, in the starting lineup today. It'll be some sweet revenge for them in their final Concacaf Under-20 event. Of course, the World Cup waiting later on this year. Here's Manzo. Back heel. A nice play to spring Rios free. And Rodman knocks it out. Manzo again. Trying to switch the field. It's taken away by Sponstra. And she'll chase this down over on the left. For Fischel, sitting on 2 goals today with 20 minutes to go. Of course, one more would bring her level with Melchi Dumornay of Haiti. If she tries to bring home the golden boot, she would join Kelly O'Hara, Sydney Leroux, and Mallory Pugh, who took home the golden boot in 2008, 2010, and 2015, respectively. Appeal for handball. Sandra Benitez waving it away. Another look at it. Oh, there might have been an appeal for it there. Would have been a tough call to go against Mexico. Well, Brianna Pinto is closing in on a pretty cool stat and record. Today being her 38th appearance for the under-20s. That's the most on the roster. And if she gets to 43, she would tie Maya Hayes for the record of 43 under-20 caps. Of course, 44 would give her the record. With the World Cup later on this year, a chance to do just that. They'll have to get out of the group stage in order for Pinto to get that record. Of course, you have to play in all the matches. Rodman into the middle again. It's off the crossbar. Fischel so close to that hat trick. And knocked out a play, a throw-in for the United States as we go back to this opportunity. The crossbar denying Fischel. He's hit the crossbar twice today. Foul. This will go against Fischel. Just her 6th appearance for the under-20s. Both the subs put on by Monica Vergara for Mexico have, of course, had attack in mind. It's been very difficult for them to get much of anything going forward as Rodman commits the foul. Sandra Benitez wants a quick word. That might be the last strike that Rodman has at her disposal. Soto plays it wide. Here's Reyes. All the white jerseys back defending for the U.S. The cross comes in. Dole right there at her near post to take it. Quick chat with Laura Harvey. Now for Talia Della Peruta, as it looks like she will get set to come on here in just a moment. Here comes Emily Mason for Pinto. Trying to squeeze it in for Fischel. This might fall for Rodman. And it does. The ball stays in play. Rodman slides it through. Oh, it hit the post again. This time it goes out. Duong right there on the doorstep. With 15 minutes to play, another sub will come on for the United States as Duong so close again. And it will be Della Peruta to come on. And that means it'll be Alexa Sponstra who makes way. Talia Della Peruta, the FC Cologne product, coming on, while Alexa Sponstra had an assist today. Sees her tournament come to a close. She finishes with 6 assists and a goal. She scored that against Cuba. Monzo. Curling ball in towards the back post. Nobody in a black shirt could catch up to it. Ball played forward again by Dole on the goal kick. The U.S. just under 15 minutes away from hoisting that trophy. Challenge coming in there from Della Peruta. And her first appearance in the match. Gonzalez trying to make the turn. Played forward now for Monzo. Her cross is blocked. She gets it right back. Monzo trying to find some space as it's knocked away by Emily Mason. Rodman and Monzo going at it. It's Monzo who's called for the foul. Rodman and Monzo going at it. It's Monzo out of UC Irvine. One of the best mascots in all of college athletics, the Anteaters. And now Della Peruta trying to come forward, and they have a good mascot of their own in the Billy Goat. And a foul against the United States and Della Peruta. Here's Fischel. And lifted over the top for Della Peruta. Played forward again. Dole coming off her line. Very well done by the United States goalkeeper. Well, Dole gets the start today, making her 9th appearance for the U20s and her 3rd in this competition. Claudia Dickey has started the last 2 matches, but Dole gets the nod today from Laura Harvey. Another sub readying for the United States, it's Sierra Enge. The U.S. content to pass this around the back with 10 minutes to go. As Germa is fouled from behind. We'll get that substitution coming on now. Another Stanford product, Sierra Enge coming on. And it will be Caitlin Duong who makes way. She hit the post twice in this match. A really good tournament for Caitlin Duong, who's really been the set piece specialist for Laura Harvey in the U.S. But Sierra Enge, she gets 10 minutes here at the end of this final. Both sides have now used 2 subs. Montoya almost just hopping into the lap there of Shea Holmes. It's a foul against the American defender. This United States defense has really flexed its muscles here in the second half, or really since giving up that opening goal, and it was a very well taken goal as Juarez limping just a little bit. This United States back line has only been beaten once, and Sylvania Flores was able to do so. Here's Juarez. Into the middle. Wesley takes care of it. And Mason will knock it clear. Ball played forward for Monzo, and she's into an offside position. Here's Mason to knock it clear. Mexico trying to keep it in. This will be a foul against the United States. Rodman once again United States has been quite successful at the Under-20 Women's World Cups. This one's ushered out by Kennedy Wesley. They have a record of 31-7-9. They've won it 3 times: Canada 2002, Chile 2008, and Japan in 2012. So we get the final sub coming on here for Mexico. It's Rios who will come off. Janine Madrid to come on. Final sub here in the 85th minute. And as for Mexico, their best finish, the quarterfinals in 2010, that was in Germany, Japan in 2012, and Papua New Guinea in 2016. They are 5-16-4 in the World Cup. They're looking to build upon that this year. Here's Monzo trying to play it through for Gonzalez. Gonzalez, again, the leading goal scorer on this team with 6 in this competition. It's been a little bit of a tough go of it today for Gonzalez. Not too many touches. Still a couple of teams that have to qualify from CONMEBOL and from Africa for the Under-20 Women's World Cup, but most of the rest of the field is set. As Fisher will take this into the corner. It's knocked out for a throw-in. North Korea, Japan, and South Korea from Asia. Costa Rica, Panama, the United States, and Mexico from Concacaf. New Zealand is the representative from Oceania, while Germany, Spain, France, and the Netherlands have all qualified from UEFA. And Fischel was in an offside position. In the U.S., we'll take a look at the offside. Fischel in an offside position. They played teams like Germany, Japan, and France at the Nike International Friendlies last year. So I'm sure familiar with some of these teams, and of course they've faced off at prior World Cups. We'll see if the United States can get back on top like they were in 2012, or if a team like Mexico can maybe make a surprise and get past the quarterfinals, which they've done 3 times. A very similar field this year as it was in 2018. But here in CONCACAF, it will once again, barring a comeback here by Mexico, be the United States who reign supreme at the under-20 level. Trinity Rodman coming forward. Trinity Rodman makes it 4. And that should seal it for the U.S. It's all a formality at this point. Trinity Rodman gives the United States a 4-1 lead. It's been the Mexican fans making most of the noise today, but you can hear the USA chant in the background. And look at this goal. Trinity Rodman just carrying a few defenders. A great finish as Toledo came off her line to try to make the save. Really well taken by Rodman. She now is up to 8 goals in this competition. And the Washington State commit has really been a bright spot in this tournament. One of the younger players on this United States side as well, as she will be eligible along with Emily Mason, Talia, and Talia Della Pruta for the 2022 under-20 cycle as well. And all 3 of those players on the field for the United States as we speak. And one more sub to come on for the United States. Trinity Rodman will exit there on the other side of the pitch. We'll take a look at her goals today. It looked like Summer Yates will come on out of the University of Washington and Pasco, Washington. So there is Summer Yates. 4 goals for her in this competition. She makes her 9th cap for the under-20s. See how much stoppage time. You can see at the bottom, 2 minutes added on here at the end of this 90 minutes. United States maybe not quite done. Summer Yates. Still Summer Yates trying to center it. And nobody there for the United States. Well, this has really been a dominating tournament for the U.S. Just the 1 goal conceded here today in this, their 7th match. It started off with a 9-0 win over Cuba, followed up by a 4-0 win over the Dominican Republic, 11-0 against Honduras, 6-0 in the round of 16 against St. Lucia. They beat Canada 4-0, and then they beat the Dominican Republic 6-0 in the semis. And then today, against Mexico, able to put at least 4 goals past Mexico, and the United States have not scored less than 4 goals this entire tournament. Mia Fischel scoring 2 goals here today. She might finish just 1 goal short of that golden boot. But she scored in every match for the United States. And now just 30 seconds away from their 6th Concacaf title and 5th in the last 6 years, or 6 tournaments rather. Now just waiting for the final whistle. There it is, and the United States on top of CONCACAF again. 2020 CONCACAF Women's Under-20 champions. Well, for the 6th time, the United States has won a CONCACAF title here at the under-20 level. They avenged their loss from 2018 against this Mexican side. And they will lift the trophy here in our trophy presentation in just a few minutes. Of course, both these teams going to the World Cup later on this summer. It has to feel pretty sweet for the United States here today. So we'll hear from a few of the participants from today's game, and of course the trophy presentation coming up in just a little bit. But it finishes here after 90 minutes in today's final. The United States 4 and Mexico 1.
We're here with player number 9 of the U.S., Mia Fischel. Mia, World Cup qualification and championship. What was the key for the success of this team?
Just playing as a team and trusting our coaches and staff to set us up for a victory every game.
2 goals in the final. How does that make you feel?
Amazing. It's amazing to feel that like I contribute to this team winning today.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bueno, estamos con Silvana Flores, selección de México. No se pudo el segundo objetivo que ustedes tenían en mente.
No pudimos, pero estamos preparadas para el Mundial y vamos a trabajar más fuerte que nunca para lograr un campeonato en el Mundial.
¿En qué te falló que no se pudo este día en este partido tan difícil también con Estados Unidos?
Creo que jugamos bien, hicimos lo que venimos a hacer. Solo nos faltó meter algunas oportunidades que teníamos, pero seguimos trabajando y lo hicimos bien.
En el día del género femenino, muchas felicidades y su opinión sobre el torneo en general.
Pues para mí yo creo que es un torneo increíble. Me gusta este año que hay muchísimos equipos porque da la oportunidad a muchísimas más niñas y yo creo que todas merecen esa oportunidad de jugar fútbol y representar su país.
Muchísimas gracias.
Gracias.
favor, démosle la bienvenida al escenario a los dignatarios de Concacaf. Damas y caballeros, nuestro primer premio de la noche es el trofeo Scotia Bank, el grupo del Campeonato Femenino Sub-20 de Concacaf 2020. Este premio por promover el juego limpio va para el equipo de los Estados Unidos.
Welcome back here to Santo Domingo. Our trophy ceremony is underway. It is Naomi Germa accepting the Fair Play Award for this competition for the United States as they take home that extra piece of hardware. And the Golden Glove goes to Wendy Toledo of Mexico. You know, maybe not the afternoon that she wanted or expected, but still a tremendous tournament for Wendy Toledo, the Santos Laguna player, and she gets the Golden Glove here at the Concacaf Women's Under-20 Championship here in 2020. A nice piece of hardware for her to take home and remember this tournament with. And winning the Golden Boot with 14 goals in this competition, Melchi Dumornay. So the Golden Boot goes to Melchi Dumornay, but the Golden Ball will go to Mia Fischel, the player of the tournament, here at this 2020 Concacaf Women's Under-20 Championship. So she gets the Golden Ball as the player of the tournament. So Melchi Dumornay not in attendance today, but she does bring home the Golden Boot with the 14 goals. And today's referees also get their medals as well. The head referee, Sandra Benitez, the first AR, Lydia Ayala, the second AR, Jasset Kerr, and the fourth official, Crystal Sobers. So now the medals will come for Mexico, led by the captain, Nicole Perez. Of course, not wanting to finish second in any tournament, but they do qualify for their 9th ever Under-20 Women's World Cup. This was their 4th final, all against the United States. They were to knock them off in 2018, but not the case this year. Still a very good tournament for this Mexican side. Monica Vergara at the helm. They were led at this tournament in goal scoring by Alison Gonzalez. And of course, it was Wendy Toledo you saw just moments ago bringing home the Golden Glove Award for this tournament. The coaching staff, the training staff as well for Mexico. Monica Vergara, Miguel Razo, the assistant coach. Guillermo Velasquez, the goalkeeper coach. The physiotherapist, Guadalupe Camacho. The doctor, Haid Rodriguez. The physical trainer, Roberto Melvier. And the kitman, Juan Carlos Roseo.
Y ahora, damas y caballeros, por favor, demos la bienvenida al equipo campeón del campeonato sub-20 femenino de Concacaf.
And now the first place medals and of course the trophy coming for the United States. And what a tournament it was for the U.S. Of course, they'll go in numerical order here, but completely dominant from the very beginning. And the deserved champions here in the Dominican Republic. Of course, the team gets their medals. And for the few players that were on the team in 2018 that were denied the opportunity to lift the trophy, they'll get that opportunity here today. Of course, the assistant coaches and training staff coming up after as well. And of course, the head coach, Laura Harvey, the assistant coach, Heather Deich, the goalkeeper coach, Ian Joyce, the doctor, Carly Day, the physical trainer, Adam Sayers, the kitman, Kristen Fenewald, and the athletic trainer, Laura McLean.
Una vez más, el ganador de este campeonato sub-20 femenino de Concacaf 2020.
And now, one final medal will go to Laura Harvey, and the trophy will be presented to this United States side as well. And it will be the captain, Naomi Germa, who gets to lift the trophy for this United States side after going through the handshakes. So Naomi Germa has the trophy in her hands. And the United States, the champions here in 2020. Well, the confetti being released as well. The trophy has been raised. And this tournament officially now has come to a close. Of course, some photo ops with all the players as well. A moment I'm sure they'll remember in their soccer careers forever. United States will exit the stage with the trophy and the hardware in hand, and we'll see if the under-20s can bring home some more hardware maybe later on this year at the Under-20 Women's World Cup, that coming up in August. We'll be back to wrap things up. Highlights from Santo Domingo as this tournament comes to a close. The United States are champions. Highlights from this Concacaf Women's Under-20 Championship final between these two Concacaf powers, the United States and Mexico. Coming in, Mexico had yet to beat the United States. They were 0-8-2, but they did knock them off in penalty kicks in the final in 2018. And from the start, it was Mexico who actually came out on the front foot in this match. It was the fourth final for this Mexican side. All of them have been against the United States. As we take a look at some of these highlights, the first goal was really well taken. Sylvania Flores in the 6th minute, finding that top right corner. And from there you thought, okay, Mexico came to play today. But the United States, so strong this tournament. The official who eventually got the golden ball in this tournament hits the top of the crossbar, and then the goal as the rain started to fall. Sponstra crossing for Rodman, who held her run at the top of the 6th and able to make it 1-1. That was just about 6 minutes later. They're in the 12th minute. There'd be some more opportunities for Mexico. This one, a shot blocked as Montoya tried to get on the end of it. And then Caitlin Duong, just at the end of the first half, ringing that right post. But at halftime, this game was still there for the taking for both sides. A few more opportunities would come. Brianna Pinto had her shot blocked. Soto getting her body in the way, potentially preserving the 1-1 scoreline at halftime. So still there for the taking, but then come at the second half. The United States was quick to get on the front foot. Shot coming from Caitlin Duong, misplayed by Wendy Toledo, who ended up with the Golden Glove in this competition. But Mia Fischel, the player of the tournament, was there to knock it in. That was in the 49th minute. It gave the United States a 2-1 lead. And that would actually be all they would need for the rest of the day, but they were not done quite yet. Emily Mason teeing up across. Fischel there again, off the hand of Toledo and in. That made it 3-1 in the 57th minute. And from there, the uphill climb for Mexico was nearly impossible, and they could not find a second goal here today. They would still have a few opportunities, but the United States truly dominant here today. Mia Fischel looking for the hat trick and the co-golden boot winner with Melchi Dumornay. It just wouldn't go. She hits the crossbar for the second straight time. And then Trinity Rodman just doing it all herself, getting the ball, carrying a couple of defenders, able to finish past Wendy Toledo. And that would be all the U.S. would need today. 4 goals and another brace coming for Trinity Rodman, along with Mia Fischel in this match. And then there was the final whistle. The United States can celebrate as they are 2020 Concacaf Women's Under-20 champions here in the Dominican Republic. Hugs all around. And lift the trophy as well a couple of minutes later with Naomi Germa. The confetti goes in the background. And Laura Harvey can celebrate a championship in her first tournament in charge here with this Under-20 side. They get to lift the trophy, a couple of photo ops as well. And that would end this tournament. So that's going to do it from Santo Domingo. This tournament has come and gone here in 2020 for our entire hardworking crew on the ground of the Dominican Republic, and for all of the CONCACAF crew as well. I'm Josh Eastern saying so long. It finishes the United States 4 and Mexico 1. The United States are champions.